Hi guys, so what we have here, this is the all-new Subaru Forester, 5th generation model, launched just earlier this year, and the variant that you're seeing here, this is the top spec 2.0 IS model with eyesight, right? So you can see here from the badging, yep, it's a badging galore here. Subaru la, all-wheel drive la, Forester 2.0 IS eyesight. So in terms of the offerings, pricing for this new generation Forester starts at 140,000 ringgit for the base model. Then there's a mid-spec variant priced at 150,000 ringgit, and when you come up to this one, it's 160,000 ringgit. So it is a 10,000 ringgit increments as you step up as you move up the food chain. Between this one and the mid-spec model, actually there is no significant difference in features. So the real differentiation between the 2.0 IS and this 2.0 IS eyesight here really is the eyesight technology, and also I believe this side camera here as well, which I'll demonstrate the utility later. Okay, so other things like LED headlights, LED fog lamps. These headlights, okay, are also active bending. So when you turn your steering angle, the projector unit turns around with it to better illuminate the corner. 18-inch wheels, rear LED tail lights. These are common between the IS and the IS eyesight model here. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about Subaru eyesight technology, which I think I've covered before, but just to give you a bit of a quick run recap. So as you see from here, right, as you can see from the front end, there are no radar modules at the front end. Why? Because Subaru's eyesight system fully depends on two cameras. All right, so two stereoscopic cameras will will take in the view in front and judge whether this obstacle ahead presents a danger and requires the car to intervene. So and most smart setups in the market, all right, with for auto braking, active cruise control, which the Forester here also has, works on one radar module to physically map the front surroundings, and a camera to serve the purpose of visual recognition. With eyesight, the two cameras serve the same purpose simultaneously. It functions to recognize the object, and also because of the spacing between the two cameras, what happens is when the object is wherever the object is, the camera sees each of the two cameras sees that object at a slightly different angle. So the computer of the car calculates the different angles, all right, that is captured by the camera, and calculates the distance between the vehicle and the obstacle in front. Right. So, and it is an award-winning technology in the United States. So be assured that this technology works. And for those of you who are more technically inclined, you may be interested to know that the Perodua ASA system, of course developed by Daihatsu, actually functions on the same principle. Two stereoscopic cameras perceiving the view in front to give you to judge what lies ahead. Okay, so let's talk about styling now. So from the outside, this new Forester, it looks less like a full revamp as opposed to just a mere facelift. But be assured, this car runs on completely new hardware from the predecessor. If you see it in person, you would notice that this car is much bigger than the preceding Forester. Okay, yeah, I think the overall length of the car is longer. I believe the front end remains much the same size, but they have stretched the wheelbase of this car rearward, so you get more overall length with this car compared to the old Forester. All right, but the side profile is essentially very similar to the previous model. The rear is where they did a bit more significant cosmetic changes. Okay, so these tail lights very distinctively shaped. The bodywork here actually cuts into the tail light to give it that, you know, that C shape there. Okay, let me just see whether it's plastic. Yeah, this looks like this is a plastic piece that joins with the metal. Okay, so this part of the tailgate is metal. This is plastic. Okay, down there, lower diffuser elements. So it gives the Forester that still rugged SUV appearance. And be assured, okay, compared to most of its rivals, the Forester has proper off-road credentials in true Subaru fashion. The Forester is really an SUV which, if you go off-road, you definitely can take this into more severe off-roading conditions than you would with a Honda CR-V, a Mazda CX-5, a Proton X70. The Forester here definitely off-road is way more capable than most other SUVs in this class. I think the only other model that can compare in terms of off-road capability in this segment is perhaps the Mitsubishi Outlander. That's about it. All the other SUVs in this segment, I don't think I will take them anywhere tougher than your Klang Seafood restaurant parking. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, that's the outside. We will look. Oh yes, before that, the platform. The platform is all new. It is essentially a stretched version of the new global platform that they started off implementing in the XV, and now they put on in the Forester. Engine is also new as well. This is a 2-liter naturally aspirated direct injected boxer engine, also from the XV. All right, so typical Subaru powertrain, very smooth, very refined on idle, but coping with the weight of the Forester, the engine does need to work a bit harder. So I think Subaru no longer offers the turbocharged XT variant with this Forester, and I think that is a bit of a waste. So yeah, maybe hopefully in the future they will offer a turbocharged variant as well to give this SUV that bit more torque, a bit more zip to go on the highways. Okay, so let's explore the insides. We'll start with the boot. So we have here, this is one reverse camera here. Ah, nice. Powered tailgate opening. Let's see whether got keyless, hands-free closing. I suppose not. So you've got, okay, remote seat release, nice. One touch remote seat release. Okay, and this is useful for hooks here. Feels solid, feels solid. And 12-volt power socket there. In terms of space, doesn't look that big, right? I think if you carry a big suitcase, you will already be struggling to fit. To fit it for space. This is the tonneau cover which you pull. Okay, all right. And let me just check something now. Okay, so I open this. So one aspect of it is that this one, when I lift this, there is nothing here which I can use to hold this up. Okay, so there's nothing to hold this up. And looking at this, I believe you can stow the tonneau cover here. Let me just pause this and give it a try. Okay, so you see here the tonneau cover fits in here nicely, but it is not a single-handed operation. You do need to do a bit of gymnastics. You need to first remove the tonneau cover, flip its direction, then only all the pieces fit within the shape of these polystyrene trays. Okay, then after that, you have to take these pieces here, park this in, and well, fortunately this board is quite light, but it's a bit of a bummer that they don't have like a little strut or a hook there somewhere to hold it when it's up. But now with the tonneau cover out, with the seats folded down, we have got good cargo capacity here. The loading floor is quite flat, so you can carry bulky items without them rocking about. So let's close this. Okay, now I put the seat back up. Okay, so this seat belt here, let me just undo this. Okay, so here you can see the isofix mounts are covered behind these flaps here, and you can pull this. Okay, so that this latch here pulls to release the seat. This one here pulls for you to allow recline adjustment. So now I've set this seat back to maximum recline, and I get inside. I've got very good recline angle. Pull it back up. Right, so even the next step of recline, it is still not a super upright position. And okay, so please pardon my my tardy wear. I'm actually inside there babysitting my sick little daughter. So right here, I have got fantastic leg room up ahead, and down here we've got an armrest. The cup holders, very simple design, but the material finishing. Okay, I'm just going to be naughty and peel this plastic off. So you can see, okay, so these are remnants of the plastic, but this is very good, nice quality. It's similar. The finishing here is quite similar to the cup holders found in the Proton X70, but of course the X70 has a bit more what you call it, a bit more flair with the nicely finished lid and all, but still pretty all right. Here we've got rear aircon blowers, complete with two 2.1 amp USB ports. Right, so here let's check out the door card. So okay, wait, before that, let me just show you here the floor. So this part of the floor, this is hard plastic. This is deliberate. You can see this is deliberate. They have molded the Subaru word here. This is really for you to let's say when you're coming up from somewhere dirty, you can just wipe away your mud. And here you can see this is a catch hook. All right, in case of a side impact, it catches the side door from being pushed inside. And you can also see the opening of the door. Okay, it goes all the way down. So when you really do take this car off-road, okay, or driving over muddy terrain, whatever the mud that is splashed here by the side here, it opens away to expose you to this cleaner covered part, that when you get on board, you don't get mud on your pants. And here the seat pockets also very nice. So you've got one deep seat pocket here, and you've got two pockets here, secondary pockets here as well. Very, very nice. The door. So here, this is a mixed bag, because in terms of material selection, it's fantastic. Look at this. Okay, so this is hard plastic, but it feels durable. This is soft touch. This is soft touch material. Okay, so it's nice to the touch. This is hard plastic. Sorry, this is leather, and this is once again hard plastic. This bits here are textured. Okay, these bits are textured. Here you've got a satin chrome finish here. This is also textured plastic. So you see, that's the thing with the decision to use a full dark gray interior. It makes the door the door card look very flat, but padahal it is actually a very nicely layered design with several a good mix of materials. Subaru obviously has put in effort to design this door card, but the selection of colors, the monotonous selection of colors, hides a lot of that effort away. So now we come to the front. Okay, so once again, same comment of the front door card as I show you. So you see here, this is soft touch. Actually, this is soft touch. Sorry, this is soft touch. This is softer touch with contrast stitching. This is a textured plastic. Okay, this is leather. So you see, the construction of this door card is great, and the cabin. Now, in terms of build quality, absolutely no complaints. The cabin feels solid. It feels well put together. I have practically zero complaints with regards to the fit and finish. They've also improved the design tremendously from the previous Gen Forester. There's at least now these layering elements to add a bit of flair to the design. Also, like all these this cowling, all they give it a bit of an edgy look to it, but still, I would say that they are still some way back from the others in terms of the overall the overall cohesion of the design. There is still a lot of buttons here. It's like a buttons galore here. It still feels like this is back in the early 2000s or late 1990s kind of design. It really does not feel as modern as some of the more sophisticated offerings in the market. So, I just noticed this, but you see here, okay, you see here this part of the dashboard, multi-layered design. So you see here, soft plastic. This is also soft. Okay, this and this has the same texturing, but the grade of material is slightly different. This is hard. This is soft plastic. Okay, this is hard. And this is like a contrast strip here as well. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that if they had specified a contrast color finish, like maybe this textured area here, if they use a lighter shade, it really brings out the design of this dashboard. Okay, let's open the glove box. All right, simple standard glove box here. This monitor here. Now, this is another area that Subaru really could do with some improvement. The controls, the overall operation of the controls, it looks a bit messy and not immediately easy to comprehend. So, and you can see here this audio head unit. This audio head unit looks quite aftermarket to me. Let me just try and see. This looks like okay. So I can open this. Okay, I'm not gonna fiddle too hard. Okay, so this one can open. This this, you see, you look at the display, this really looks like something from 5-10 years ago. All right, and let me just try and figure this one out. So this screen here, this is a very useful screen. Right, so you press this info button to cycle between the various displays on this screen. Let me just show you. All right, so you've got the trip computer here, you've got the clock. All right, push and hold info button for selection screen. All right, so you can choose between various displays here. That was the eyesight. That was the eyesight display. This is the all-wheel drive display system. Okay, so that took a bit of figuring out, and here this is the multi-info display which you toggle with these buttons here to switch between various display modes. So this display, the controls of these electronics are not immediately easy to learn and recognize. There's quite a yeah, you do need to dive into study the controls a bit before you can really master it. So it's not a kind of cabin control setup that you get in, you intuitively are able to figure out which button does what. There is a learning curve there, but once you get past that learning curve, then it becomes very straightforward. Press this button to adjust, to switch between the displays here, and toggle between this to adjust the multi-info display on the instrument cluster. Okay, here you can see the tailgate operation, SRH off. Not sure what that is. This is the blind spot warning. This is the traction control system. Okay, stability control system. Now, one thing I want to show you is, check this out. So when I put to reverse gear, this monitor here shows the reverse camera angle, and resolution is so-so, but the coverage is good, the angle is good. These lines are static, but more useful is actually this guy up here. This is that camera mounted on the side mirror that comes in handy so that you don't accidentally drive into a longkang when you side parking. So you see, like right now, wait, let me just reactivate that. So right now there's a tong sampah in front there, right? So I can more precisely maneuver the car to avoid that tong sampah. So unlike many cars in this segment that now come with 360-degree camera and all that, Subaru gives you only 2 cameras, but they are well deployed cameras. Okay, so let's see what else. Up here, sunglass holder. I think Tana left his sunglasses here, or Sri. So here is the cabin light controls, and wow, lane departure warning is deactivated from here. The auto braking is deactivated from here. Okay, right. So here you have it, guys. This is the Subaru Forester. I've driven this car quite a bit over the last few days. It drives, in terms of the driving experience, I can comment is that it is typical Subaru lah. It's the drivetrain is smooth, but the engine does feel, it needs to be worked harder to get it going. Okay, handling is fantastic for an SUV this size. Certainly, once again, it's well matched against the Mitsubishi Outlander. Okay, it's a bit more off-road bias compared to the likes of the CR-V, the Proton X70, but be assured, this car, the chassis of this car, combined with the all-wheel drivetrain, right, it really makes this car a very, very capable back road carver. So yeah, I'm not sure if I have time to record a driving video right now. I'm sorry, guys, because my daughter has just been diagnosed positive with influenza A, so I've got to prioritize time to take care of her. Hopefully later, if she feels better, then I'll have time to record the more in-depth driving impressions. But right now, at this moment, this little video here will have to suffice. All right, cheers, guys.